On here. Okay, we're good. We're live all over the place. We're live. So today's practice is about staying committed and committing to the breath and staying committed to the practice. Because a lot of times, I don't know about you, you'll be in a pose, you'll be breathing, and all of a sudden you're like literally like out to lunch. Like, what am I going to have? Like all of that kind of stuff. So today's practice is about staying committed to the practice. So coming back when you escape. And there's lots of opportunities to escape. But staying committed to coming back to what you intended, sticking with your intention and building from there, right? Seeing what you can. Staying with the decision that you've made and building on it. And no matter what happens, right? No matter what happens. So going for what you want, staying committed to what you want, and building from there. And being willing to come back to that essential piece of what you want from your practice. So decide what that is for you. Like, do you want to be a particular way in a pose? Do you want to breathe a particular way? Do you want to go for a particular feeling? Are you trying to work through something on your own? That kind of thing. You know, there could be a multitude of things. There's people, you know, I don't know who watches these. So again, these are my personal practices. And so for any of you joining me live, these are lightly guided, and you are practicing responsible for your own practice. If you have a medical condition at all, you should definitely check with a doctor before embarking on any exercise regimen. That being said, yeah, you're just responsible for yourself. So I am going to actually demonstrate Sidewinder because today I have the benefit of being on a hardwood floor. So I'm going to roll up my mat for a minute because you really want to do this on a more slippery surface than how I've been doing it on the carpet downstairs. So coming onto the back for Sidewinder on a blanket because it's a little slippery, right? So come onto the back and interlace hands behind the head. You can start with the feet on the floor. So like I've been saying in Sidewinder, you want to keep the pelvis squared up on the floor. So see, I'm a little bit better able to do that. I'm better able to rock my shoulders from side to side, drawing the ribs, front ribs down towards the hip points of the pelvis, right? Like that's basically the move. Putting the low back in the ground as much as possible. I may keep my feet down completely today because I kind of tweaked something in my back yesterday, and as I said, I'm working through an injury, so, you know, so yeah, definitely feeling like this is a more supportive move for me. It's a little too hard the other way, and I don't want to, you know, aggravate anything there. I don't know how I did it, but I did it, and that's that. Probably not breathing, you know, different kinds of things like that. It's nothing serious, but there we are. All right, so let's get up and do wrist stretches. So that's Sidewinder and how it looks, how it really should be worked, and the kind of surface you want to like work on. All right, all right, all right. So let's see. Getting a little drink of water there. Let's work with wrist stretches. And like I said, I've been working with a golf ball, but you can work with another ball. And the ball piece is not part of wrist stretches. I just want to be really, really clear about that. So don't feel the need to use the ball. I just use the ball to roll out my feet, to open up my feet as much as my hands. And that's something that I particularly need even before the accident. So, all right, so inhaling, and I'm not mirror imaging you. I am using my left hand because this is my practice, so I like to do it the way I do it. So take a deep breath in, and then exhale, pull back on the pinky finger, stretch through the palm. Inhale, moving from each finger, breathing in as you grab the finger, and exhaling, pulling back on the finger only to tolerance, right? You're not going to Divesting any fingers here. Inhale. And then exhale. Again, notice how I'm working my hand. I'm stretching through the palm. I'm stretching through the fingers. Your hands are your connection to your heart. It's how you do things in the world. It's how you hug things. It's how you cook. It's how you type. It's everything. What you do with your hands comes from your heart, so keep them open. And I will write up the sequence to this practice a little later. And this is stage 3 wrist stretches, by the way. I'll call them out on the second round. I just go from 1 to 3 because I'm in a standing position, and just for the essence of flow, it just works better. So inhale, push the hands out to the side. And then exhale, pull the pinky, the ring, the middle, the index finger, the thumb, and roll the knuckles to the floor. Like, I kind of have to look at my left hand because my left hand doesn't always do what I think it's doing because of the injury. Inhale. Palms are forward, thumbs are up. And then exhale, thumb, index, middle, ring, pinky, and then roll the knuckles out to the side like you're tipping out buckets. So if you can't see my wrists, they're kind of, actually the thumb is in. It's like that. All right, so we'll come on to the mat for, hi there, close reading. So for anyone who's watching, remember this is a practice that is my personal practice. I happen to be a yoga teacher, forest yoga teacher, so I am sharing my practice. You are welcome to join me. I will be lightly guiding what we're doing. I will write up the instructions to the practice later, and you are welcome to do it if your body feels good in your body. Don't do stuff that doesn't feel good in your body, and you are responsible for your practice. If you have anything medically going on, you definitely want to make sure that you get clearance for that. All right, so coming on from your doctor. All right, for stage 2 wrist stretches. So that was stage 1 that we did, and then stage 3 with the arms extended. Stage 2 is actually, I'm sitting in Baddha Konasana, but you can sit in whatever comfortable cross-legged position is good for you. All right, fingertips on the floor, palms lifted. Take a deep breath in. And then exhale. Lower the palms, stay lifted and open in the chest, open through shoulders. And we'll do one more because it felt good. Nice. And also, all of these videos are recorded and then placed on YouTube in a regular format. I don't edit them. They are what they are. And like I said, you're welcome to practice wherever you are. All right, so let's work into, I'm actually going to stay in Baddha Konasana. And I do want my glasses. Where are they? There they are. Handy. All right, staying in Baddha Konasana, soles of the feet together. We'll work breaths in Kapahabati. We'll probably do about 75, and then we're going to do 5 rounds of Brahameri. We'll work with 5 rounds of Brahameri into all sides of the heart. And the intention for today's practice, again, is to stay committed to the practice, to come back when you have wandered off, when you have deviated. Be willing to come back to your intention, your decision to practice today, your decision to spend time in your body to take care of yourself, right? Maybe I guess that's my intention, to take care of myself, right? In whatever way that means. I made that commitment. That's what I'm staying with. How do I show that through my yoga practice? Pick your intention, show it through the way you're practicing, and that's what we'll stay with. Okay? So Kapahabati, coming into your fingertips on the floor, palms lifted. Take a partial breath in. Short burst of air through the nose. Belly pulls back to spine. That's about 75. Coming into Brahameri. Place hands on the front of the heart. Take a deep breath in. Brahameri into the heart. And I've changed it up a little. I've decided let's Brahameri down into the sacrum today as well. So you can place your hands anywhere around the sacral area, really real down low near the pubic bone, the hips, maybe the back, wherever that touch feels like you can make a connection, to make a committed connection. Deeply breathe into the sacrum, into the pelvis. We'll Brahameri up through there, 3 rounds. That was more than 3 rounds, but it felt really good. Let's take that up through the heart. Take your hands to the sides, the front, or maybe even the back. I'm going to work the back, so I feel like I'm opening up my back and opening up the back door of my heart. Couldn't really access that super well, but I'm still glad I did it. Stayed committed to it, even though I couldn't quite feel it. Right? That's the point. All right, let's come into seated side bend. One leg straight. One knee bend. I'm going to turn on my mat, although, yeah, because I want to keep my feet comfortably, my heels a little more supported than just on the wood floor. And I encourage you to support yourself in whatever way that you can. Don't let yourself be uncomfortable. Get the props that you need. Speaking of which, I have one way over here that I'm probably going to want. All right, so let's work with seated side. Oh, actually, seated side bend one leg straight was on the side anyway, so I need to come back to this position. I'm reaching out through my right leg, bringing sole of left foot to inner thigh. Working with the arm behind the back, plant right hand inside the thigh, the knee. I'm actually going to work inside the thigh because I need to stay a little lifted. Hi, Sophia. Inhale, reach out through the left arm. And then exhale, bring the arm behind the back to grab a piece of the clothes, like waistband of the pants, or maybe you can snake the arm around to grab upper thigh. Relax the neck. Go for length and lift. Breath. I felt good though and stayed committed to it. I almost popped out because I'm doing it on camera, but I didn't. Inhale, reach the left arm up, and then exhale over the ear. Again, for me, I can go really deeply into this bend, but it's not really good alignment for what's going on in my body. Go to the depth and breath so that you could go to the depth that's appropriate, that you can keep alignment, keep good breath. You stay committed to the healthiest, most beautiful way you can treat yourself. Maybe a deep bend is what works for you. Come into the fold over the leg. And I'm not coming over the leg so much, I'm going to stay just about here. That's right for me. The fold would technically be more over the leg. My practice of commitment is to practice in a way that is really healing to my body, no matter what that looks like, and if it's not quite the perfect pose. Come into the other side. To come into the other side, grab a hold of your extended leg and reach out to the opposite side. For me, my left leg is out, so my left hand is planted. Right arm reaches behind the back. Inhale. To grab a piece of clothes or what have you, and I'm not quite getting the thigh on this side, so I'm going to grab onto my waistband. Stay with the breath. Use the breath to explore, what does commitment mean to your decisions? The way you decided you were going to practice today. What were you going after in your practice? What are you exploring? What are you investigating? And how do you use your practice to work that out? Work with it. Arm over the ear, inhale, reach right arm up. And extend it over the ear. Forward fold, inhale and wide. And I'm probably going to go a little more over the leg here, but I'm not going into a full extension over the leg. You may have that in your practice. Today I do not. And that's part of deciding that you are, I've decided I'm going to take care of myself in this practice. I'm going to take care of myself, whatever that means. Not allowing myself to be at the mercy of being on camera to perform. And working in a way that makes sense and staying committed to that by breathing in. Finding what makes sense. Expressing that in an outward way with the breath out. Inhale to come up. Inhale. And using the poses to figure, like for me, like I said, I'm going to work on how do I support myself in my practice. So working in a way that makes sense. I need to step away for just a second. I have a lonely kitty over here. What's my girl doing? Come back over here. No, you don't like it when Nani does Brahameri. Let's come back over here because I know you like to do your muffins. Yes, you love to do the muffins. You love the muffins. You love them. Come on. There's my Cece. She wants to do her muffins. Yes, 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 yes. Get on your sheepy. All right, get on your sheepy, get on your back. So come on to the back for elbow to knee, and then we'll work abs with a mat. If you don't have a rolled up mat like this, you can use a foam block. I don't recommend the cork or the wood blocks. They're a little uncomfortable. They're a little unfriendly. But if that's what you have, that's what you have. Maybe pat them with a towel or something, or even use a towel or a rolled up blanket or something. Let's come onto the back. So we'll actually start with elbow to knee, and I'm going to pad my back. Just because I like it soft. I don't really, just for no other reason, but I like it to be a little softer on my back. All right, I'm going to keep my socks on for now too. I've got my snowflakes on today. All right, elbow to knee. Interlace hands at the base of the skull. And we'll start these from the ground up. I want to work the first couple of stages in order to feel how it feels in my back, and then I'm going to stay committed to where it's working and productive and not painful. Take a deep breath in. Activate the feet. When you do that, the legs get active and you'll feel the back get flat. Exhale, lift up shoulders, reach right leg forward, turn elbows left, pull low belly down. Inhale, lower shoulders, lower foot, hold breath, curl tailbone up. Exhale, reach left leg forward, turn elbows right, pull low belly down. Inhale, come back to center, lowering down, hold the breath, curl tailbone up. Exhale, reach right leg forward, pull low belly down. Inhale, lower shoulders, lower foot. Hold breath, curl tailbone up. Exhale, reach left leg forward, turn elbows right, pull low belly down. Feel the back of the sacrum, the low ribs get in the floor. Now you can keep going there or pick up feet, knees bent. Inhale. Hold breath, curl tailbone up. Same moves. Exhale, reach right leg forward. Pull low belly down, elbows turn to the left. Inhale, come back to center. Hold breath, curl tailbone up. And I'm lowering my shoulders here in the second stage. Exhale, reach left leg forward. Turn elbows right, pull low belly down. Inhale, back to center. Hold breath, curl tailbone up. Exhale, reach right leg forward. Turn elbows left. Pull low belly down. Inhale, come back to center. Hold breath, curl tailbone up. And exhale. Lift up shoulders, turn elbows right, pull low belly down. Now, the third stage would be to stay up in shoulders. Hold breath, curl tailbone up. Exhale, reach right leg forward. Pull low belly down, turn elbows left. Inhale, come back to center. Hold the breath, curl tailbone up. Exhale, reach left leg forward, turn elbows right, pull low belly down. Inhale, come back to center, hold the breath, curl tailbone up. Exhale, reach right leg forward, turn elbows left, pull low belly down. Inhale, back to center, hold the breath, curl tailbone up. Exhale, reach right leg, left leg forward, turn elbows right, pull low belly down. We'll do one more like that to each side. I won't call them, you think you know what to do. And then lower down, inhale. Grab your props. Hi, Pete. What's going on? Hi, big man. What's going on? You never had your breakfast. What are you doing? Okay. Grab your props. Place the rolled up mat between the thighs. I'm also working with a foam block between my ankles these days. That's not necessary, but it is therapeutic for my back. Interlace hands at the base of the skull. It's also considered an up level, but it actually helps continue the reach through the legs. That's the point. Take a deep breath in. Hold the breath, curl tailbone up, squeeze your props. Exhale, lift up shoulders. Pull low belly down, reach through the feet. Inhale, lay shoulders down. Hold the breath, curl tailbone up, squeeze the props. Exhale, lift shoulders, pull low belly down. Reach to the feet. We're going to do a few more like that, maybe like 4 more. Go at your own pace. You can follow the sounds of my breath. Now for twisting abs with a roll or props, whatever, stay up in the shoulders, breathe in. Hold the breath, curl tailbone up, squeeze the props. Exhale, elbows left, pull low belly down. Inhale, back to center. Hold the breath, curl tailbone up, squeeze props. Exhale, Turn elbows right, pull low belly down, reach through the feet. The third part is coming back to center. Inhale, hold the breath, squeeze the props. Exhale, reach up through the feet, pull low belly down, elbows move a little higher, straight up. We'll do that to each side again. Go at your own. And then lower the feet. Hello, my big man. Good fun. I love you. I love you. All right, you want your cork block for the next move, which is bridge with a block, one leg up. What are we doing with our legs in this practice? We are doing, one leg up. All right, so have your block nearby. We'll start with bridge, and it's without a block version. Heels are under knees, slightly outside the width of the hips. So lengthen your arms down the sides of your body to find the heels. My arms are short, so I can just kind of tickle, but you might get a better grab. Take a deep breath in. Spread the toes, activate the feet, and exhale, push through the feet to lift pelvis up. Scoop up from the back of the thigh bones towards the ceiling. So it's really actually back of thighs to the backs of the knees and then up to the ceiling. And stay committed to the breath. Stay committed to the way you decided you were going to practice today. Cement that decision in your body, in the way you're practicing, in the way you're treating your body. Because when we make decisions and we stand by them, that is integrity, that's character. So create this integrity in your practice. And you do it for you. Anything else is extra. Stay in your lane. Decide what you want and go after it, whatever the cost. All right, grab your block. Place it underneath the pelvis. And I can't see the screen, and I'm not interacting with it on purpose because I'm practicing. It's my practice. I'm just sharing it with you. For anyone who joins live, these are self-guided kind of. Inhale. Draw right knee into chest. I walk my left leg in closer, by the way. Exhale, reach right leg up. I mean, I'm definitely cueing you guys. But not as intricately as I would if I were teaching you in real time, or in, not real time, but in real life, I guess. Not virtual life. And let the pelvis settle onto the block, reach up to the leg. So the pelvis is settled down, so the pelvis is moving down into the block, the leg is reaching up. And if you have further to go, you can reach the right leg out to the side and then behind you. I'm not going to go that far behind me, but I am going to kind of reach it out to the side. But I am going to reach it a little bit behind me. But I'm pushing the buttock forward to do that, creating length rather than crunch in the right side of the body. Bend the knee, inhale, and set the foot down, exhale, line it up with the sit bone, the hip bones, inhale, left knee into chest, and exhale, reach up through the left leg.
You have further to go, reaching the left leg out and then over for another breath or two. And inhale. Left knee to chest. I had a lot going on in that left leg, and then step that foot down. You could probably hear it in my breath, right? But I tried to stay committed. I was definitely checking out a little, get away from it. So there we are. Inhale, lift up off the block, and then exhale. Lower down. Oh, I'm sorry, Pete. You were getting comfortable there. Relax your neck, even if you have to come up and grab a cat. I love you, my boy. All right, dolphin. We worked dolphin and dolphin strut yesterday. We're going to work that again today. Yeah, we did definitely do that. So again, I'm just going to pad my knees, but give myself enough space back there for my feet. Coming on to hands and knees to start. Hands under shoulders, knees under pelvis. See, I'm in a 90-degree configuration at my joints. Toes curled under. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, wrap the shoulders forward, turn on chest muscles, pull low belly in, and reach hips back. I'll say that again because this is a place where you can practice the moves of dolphin without going into it fully. All right, take a deep breath in. Exhale, wrap the shoulders, pull low belly in, reach hips back. You'll feel the palms push down and the feet dig into the floor. If you have further to go, I think I'm going to take my sweater off now. I'm feeling like that's doable. Come on to the forearms, elbows under shoulders. Grab upper arms to make a box, and that's your distance. If you're kind of not really getting the full grab on the arms, you're too far away. If you're too close and you've got your elbows like close together, you're too close. And that might mean that you're going to do something different with your hands, and I'll get there. So to come into dolphin, swivel the arms forward and then interlace the fingers to make a fist with both palms. This might be your move, and that's what I mean. Like if you're feeling like this is a safer move for you, commit to being here in the hands rather than being in the more, kind of egoic palms down version, because this is just a more stable position, especially if you have a shoulder injury. Otherwise, separate the palms. Forearms and palms press down in all of the moves. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, wrap the shoulders, turn on chest, lift pelvis off the floor. Completely reach from the elbows through the fingertips. Wrap the shoulders as you exhale. Pull the belly in and lengthen back the pelvis down through the heels, through the buttocks to the heels, right? That's the move. This is dolphin. Keep going through those basic forest yoga moves, wrapping the shoulders, tucking the tailbone, reaching through the legs. To keep you committed, to keep you staying in the pose and not checked out. Dolphin strut. If you need to take a break and come down to hands and knees, please do. I'm going to set us up. Walking the feet forward and slightly wider, maybe to the edges of your mat if you need to. Anchoring the left forearm down more, begin to lighten up the right arm. Take a deep breath in. And then exhale, release the right arm and reach back to grab the calf or the ankle, anywhere below the knee. If you need to grab your thigh, that's fine. If you want to give it a try, it's not too much on you. Now I'm wanting to shift all my weight to my left side, so I'm going to pick up my right low belly so my right foot gets on the floor too, and that stabilizes and squares up the pose. Breathe into the stability, breathe into the commitment. And bring that right forearm forward. If you need to take a break between sides, do. Anchoring the right forearm down, take a deep breath in. Lighten up the left arm and exhale. Reach back with left arm to grab left calf, left ankle. When the forest yoga basic moves, exhale, wrap shoulders, tuck tail. Reach back to the legs. Another basic forest yoga move is the inhale and telescope the ribs. And then exhale, wrap shoulders, pull low belly in, tuck tail. Release, let the left arm come forward, both forearms down. Walk feet back to original position. Take a breath in dolphin. And then release. Come down to hands and knees. All right. Not bad. I need a drink though. Yes. All right, moving my blanket out of the way. Today's that day where I'm going to do the flipping the mat over game in the sun salutations, which today we're going to alternate with B series. So I tell you what, this is where I'm going to stop the video on, what is this, the live feed. That's what's up. So because I think we're getting close to an hour and I want to be able to finish the rest of the practice in the next one. So we'll start it with sun salutations. All right, so close reading. I'm going to close this off for now and then we'll come back. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and start the video from the classic sun salutations. And the prior one that I did, we did everything, all the warm-up stuff, and now we're moving into classic sun salutations. Well, we actually just call them sun salutations now. We're going to alternate it with B series today. All right, so come up to the front of the mat. Stand with feet hip distance or together, you pick. I'm actually going to move my mat back because I feel like I'm going to whack my head on that credenza. All right, I hope you guys have I think everyone's got a pretty decent view. And I'm just going to check the video that's recording. Seeing as that we're in that space. Yeah, I feel like we've got pretty good, everything's working out pretty well. And we're about 43 minutes in. All right, so let's work with some sun salutations, alternate with B series. So yeah, I've definitely got to take off my sweater. Inhale, reach arms up, telescoping ribs. Exhale, wrap shoulders, tuck tail, reach down to the legs. Right, those are the forest yoga moves. See what I just did in my body? Give it a try. Do it in yours. Inhale, telescope ribs. Exhale, wrap shoulders, tuck tail, reach down to the legs. Go ahead and do your forward fold here. Inhale, step the left leg back, flip the mat over to pad the knee if you need to. Reach arms up or keep them low, low lunge. Inhale, hands to the floor. Step back, plank pose. Exhale, come down to the knees. Wrap the shoulders here. Come all the way to the belly. Slide the hands forward for low cobra. Inhale, curl the pubic bone into the floor, lengthen through chest, reach back through legs. Exhale, lower down, move hands back under shoulders, downward facing dog. I should have come to hands and knees. So actually you can come to hands and knees here and then move to downward dog. I want to just give you these options that you can stay with. I'll do that one again on the way back on the other side. Inhale, step left foot forward, lower right knee, reach arms up, point toes back, push heel down. Exhale, hands to the floor, step forward and fold. Inhale, round or reach to come up. Right, I'm tucking the tail, wrapping the shoulders. Exhale, hands to heart. B series, inhale, sink hips way back, scoop up in the chest. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, step back into plank pose. And again, lower down to the knees. We'll do this one a couple times. Lower to the belly. Slide hands forward, reach toes back. Inhale, lengthen and lift forward in the chest. Exhale, lower down. Move hands back under shoulders. Again, here's that lift to the knees, then downward facing dog. We're doing B series, so we'll step warrior one, left foot forward. Push back through right heel. Exhale, lower hands down. Step back, plank pose, and you can come down to the knees or a full chaturanga. Slide hands forward. Let's still work low cobra in this B series. Inhale, lengthen to lift. And that's lengthen forward as much as back. And that's not with your neck. Lower down. Hands back under shoulders. Find your way to downward facing dog. Inhale, step right foot forward, warrior one. Push through the legs to come up. Exhale, lower down. Step back, plank pose. Exhale, lower down. Cobra or low cobra. Exhale, lower, downward facing dog. Inhale, step hop, jump your feet forward, halfway lift. Hands can come to the shins or the thighs if that scoop in the chest isn't possible with hands on floor. Reach hips way back. Exhale, fold. Inhale to come all the way up. Wrap the shoulders here. Find those forest moves. Sit into chair. Practice them as often as possible. They're what can help you stay committed to what you're doing. B series, other side. No, sun salutations, other side. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Like they're the foundation, right? When we build a foundation, it's easier to stay committed to what we're doing. Inhale, reach up. Build the foundation. Build the sturdiness within yourself. Exhale, step back into plank. Lower to the floor. Low cobra, inhale, just come up. What's the foundation you're building? Lower down. Move hands back under shoulders. Push up, downward facing dog. Inhale, step the right foot forward. Bring left knee down. Reach arms up. And exhale, step forward and fold. Relax the neck. Inhale, round or reach to come up. Wrap shoulders, tuck tail, hands to heart, right? Those forest yoga moves, we love them. B series. Inhale, I'm bringing my toes to touch. You don't have to. Sink hips back, scoop chest forward and up. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Then scoop the chest forward. To get that, you might need to place your hands on your legs. Exhale, fold. Step back, plank pose. Lower down to the knees or a full chaturanga. Cobra hands stay under shoulders. Low cobra hands are forward. This is cobra. Exhale, lower. Downward facing dog. Warrior one, step right foot forward. Pivot left heel down. Inhale to come up. Exhale. I think you can go on your own here. Actually, I'll call them out for the final of this round. Downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot forward, warrior one, push back through the right heel. I'm getting in trouble with that access today. Like I said, I kind of tweaked my back. But I'm going for it anyway. I'm staying committed to putting my feet in the ground for stability. Reaching into the ground for the support I need. Inhale, step, hop, jump forward. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach around to come up. Exhale into chair. Actually, that should have been an inhale. But whatever. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. All right, we're going to do all that on a round again. We'll do sun salutations, one time each side. Left leg leads. Then put a B series in. Come back around to sun salutations. Right leg will lead. And then we'll come back around and do another B series to round it up. Okay? You're on your own with this one. I might say something here or there. B series. Left leg leads. Warrior one. Sun salutations, right leg leads, low lunge. That was like OCDing me. I think I want one of the cats. Anyway, don't worry. B series. I shouldn't say that. People really have that this difficulty. That's so minor. So I apologize. It was very insensitive. And by the way, this is B series. If I didn't say that, this is the final one. The right leg led in the warrior. What's up, Sophia? All right. So there's that. Let's see where we go from here. Sophia, you eating plants? That tea is spilled dry. That's probably because I spilled half of it earlier. Let's do some B series with vignettes. We'll have 1, 2, 3, 4 vignettes. And we'll be working towards Tittbhasana today. So you may want to grab a strap right now because I'll be cueing standing tortoise as well as part of this. Let's see where we go with it. Like I said, I've been working with an injury, and I tweaked a little bit, so we'll see where we go. B series, inhale. We'll start us off, exhale. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. And step or hop back to your plank, only if you can do it with grace. Let's see. Not bad, lower down. Boat with a clasp. Interlace hands behind the back. Curl the pubic bone against the floor. This might be enough for you. Inhale if you have further to go. Inwardly rotate thighs as you lift them, lifting from the back of the thighs up. Spread the breath through the upper back and the chest, telescoping the ribs. Exhale, wrap the shoulder blades forward, reach back through the legs, tuck the tail. See how this works in all the poses? Lower down. Genius. Downward facing dog. All right. Extended warrior variation. Inhale, step the left foot forward. Pivot the back heel down. Lower left forearm onto thigh. Inhale, wrap right arm behind back. Triangle pose. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Heel toe back leg in a little bit. Inhale, right arm reaches up. Find an inner rotation on that right thigh and depress, recess the right inner groin. Half moon, lower the top arm, heel to the back foot in closer, and then lift from the back of the thigh up. Relax the neck. Open up the chest, breathe there to support relaxation in neck. And can you support yourself so you can stay in the game? Small moves. Release, step back. Move props, plank pose, inhale. And exhale, lower down. Cobra pose, inhale. And exhale, lower. Downward facing dog. Extended warrior variation. Inhale, step the right foot forward. Come up onto the forearm on thigh. Relax your neck. Triangle pose, inhale. Step the back leg in a little, or heel toe it in. And lately I've been working with triangle. It's kind of anchoring the block on my thigh, shin. I need that lift here, but I need the stability of the block so I don't collapse on my right waist. Half moon pose. Inhale, bend the front knee. You can heel to that back leg in, lift up from the back of the thigh. Lower down. We'll work both with hands clasped. Inhale, step plank. Exhale, lower down. Interlace hands at the base of the spine. Maybe change the interlace of the fingers. If you remember how you did it, they probably do. Inwardly rotate legs. Inhale, lift legs, lift chest, and make sure it is the chest that's lifting, not the neck cranking. Lower down. Hands under shoulders. Downward facing dog. Warrior 2, ostrich. Inhale, step left foot forward, pivot right heel down. Interlace hands at the base of the skull. Take a deep breath in, and you may stay here. And I recommend that to get the alignment, that inward rotation of back thigh, outward rotation of front. Check the tail. Work the forest yoga moves here, the basic moves. Maybe forward fold to whatever degree feels appropriate. Once you've set that foundation, then decide, is your commitment strong enough to move forward? How is that foundation built? If it's not built on feeling, if it's not built on emotional intelligence, it probably isn't going to work. And that's your commitment. You're in it, all parts of it. Inhale to come up. And what's our next pose? Head to ankle prep. My right leg is kind of wandered off. Take left hand to inner thigh, right at the groin crease. Bring right hand down, like either in front of the chest or back towards the back foot. Either way, I'm going to work in front of my chest because my back wants that. You can even use a prop, like if that floor is too far, bring the prop to bring the floor up to you. Expand the breath. Forest yoga moves here. Wrap shoulders, tuck tail, belly in. Be active. Moving the front thigh bone away from the pelvis on exhale. All right, pyramid pose. Spin the back foot forward and probably closer. Another great option for blocks is here in pyramid with them on their high sides to start. You've got 3 sides, so you may lower them as the pose unfolds. Inhale, lengthen through the spine, pushing back through the hips and down to the feet. And this might be where you stay. Scooping the chest forward and open without the action in the neck. Use the chest muscles instead. And like I said, you may come down to lower block options here. And release. Step back plank pose. Inhale. Lower down. Hands under cobra, under shoulders for cobra. Inhale. Find that inward rotation in the thighs like we did with the boats. The reach through the legs of the boats. Lower down. Downward facing dog. Warrior 2, step right foot forward. Push through the legs to come up. Ostrich pose. Interlace hands at the base of the spine. Hi, Lisa. How are you? Pivot the back heel down.
Find that inward rotation of back thigh, a little outward rotation in the front thigh, which I'm not going to go for as much here because that's not awesome for my front thigh. Stability is, though. Breathe in. And then exhale. If you have further to go, move into the fold. Stay lifting in the pelvis towards the ceiling. Don't let it collapse or like push behind you. Think about curling the pubic bone forward and lifting up in the back. Breathing to create that lift. Head to ankle prep. Inhale, you can stay low. Take the right hand to inner thigh. So this is that move. If you didn't quite get it because I was turned around, this is the move. It's putting the hand on the inner thigh, and I like to keep my thumb in the groin. I was using a block on the other side. I'm centering my left hand, but I'm actually this time going to move my left hand a little further back. That's a more therapeutic move for me. And staying up on the block does give me a little more space. See what's appropriate for you. Do what you need to. Bring the supports that you need to create the space for you to stay committed to the decisions that you made about this practice. Pyramid pose. Inhale, unwind, pivot forward, step back foot a little closer, toes forward. Again, start on high blocks if you like. Find the scoop of the chest forward. Again, not the neck, the chest. Curl the pubic bone forward and reach the pelvis behind you. This might be where you stay, right? Depending on what's going on this side of your body. Stay with that commitment. Stay with that decision. However you are going to manifest your intention through your practice, find it now in pyramid. All right. Step back, plank pose, inhale. Exhale, lower down. Cobra pose, inhale, lengthen to come up. Lengthen through the chest, again, not the neck, lengthen back to the legs. Lower down. Downward facing dog. Flank stretch. Inhale, step the left foot forward as though you were going to do warrior two, but come into a straddle, and maybe not as wide a straddle as you would normally do. For flank stretch, walk the hands to the outside edge of the left foot. Excuse me. This is my right foot. You can bring it to the inside and just grab the ankle. If you have further to go, you can push outside the right foot with the right hand. Relax the neck. And inhale to pick up the ribs. So this is how it all looks from the back side. I realize you're looking at my butt, but that's what's up. Because this will give you a visual of what it looks on the back, because when we come around the front, it looks really different. It is what it is. So push down to the legs, inwardly rotate the thighs, lift up to the back of the sacrum, breathe in. Now you can stay here in flank stretch or work toward egg beater prep.
and then maybe egg beater. So take the right hand and thread it underneath the left arm. See how like it helps to see from the side? And then grab the other arm. Now this might be where you stay. Resting the forehead, the left cheek on the left arm. Pushing the feet down. And try not to lock out the knees, right? If you have further to go, you can slide the head behind the left arm, like kind of tuck it under, and really working it like you know why this is named egg beater, right? To come out of the pose, unwind. Twisting warrior. Pivot forward into a warrior 1 foot position. And you don't even have to come up all the way, but find the length. Scoop the chest forward, push the pelvis back behind you, but keep that left knee moving forward. See how my left knee wanted to go back with the pelvis? Left knee stays moving forward. Inhale, right forearm onto thigh or maybe outside the knee. Make a fist and cup it with left palm. Keep moving the left knee forward. Pulling that right hip around will help. Then you got, don't lose that right foot. Make sure you're pushing back with it. Stay committed to what feels good, the intention, the decisions you are making about this practice. How are you going to manifest it in this pose? And unwind. Bring both hands down to the floor. Step back, plank pose. Breathe in. And exhale, lower to the floor. Cobra, inhale. Lengthen through the chest to come up. Curl the pubic bone into the floor to help to get that inward rotation of thighs. Lower down. Downward facing dog. All right. Let's do the other side. Step the right foot forward. Feet of warrior 2, but then come into a straddle. So you're in a shorter variation here, right? For flank stretch. We'll start there. Reach both hands to grab left ankle. If you have more in to go, you can take the left hand to plant outside the left foot, but the weight is shifting over to the right. Like there's already going to be a lot of action in the left. Shift the weight into the right foot. And come back to the commitments, not just the mechanics of the pose. Like go for the feeling of the pose. Go for how the shape makes you feel. That's what I'm committed to. Like, how do I feel in this shape? And if you just can't connect, stop fucking connecting. All right, grab the left hand, and you might need to bring that right foot in closer to get the grab of both legs. Right, left arm is behind the right. You saw that in the butt shot, but there we are. All right, so you can stay here, just letting the head hang. Maybe turn to one cheek on that right side. If you have further to go, you can lift the right arm and tuck the head behind. So this is that move from the front. Actively pushing the feet against the floor. Find that now because it's going to come up and toward us in Tittbhasana. Inhale to unwind, twisting warrior 1. Pivot the right foot forward, pivot the left foot forward, feet of warrior 1. Scoop the chest forward. Inhale to come up, curling the pubic bone forward. The hips are reaching back though, right? Clear out the low back. Come into your twist, exhale. Keep clearing out the low back by Inward rotation of right thigh, scooping the pubic bone and chest forward. Back to the feeling of the shape. How does this shape exemplify where you're trying to go? Support in the body, alignment, whatever your intention was today. And release. Bring both hands down to the floor. Step into plank pose. Inhale. And exhale, lower down. Cobra, inhale. Exhale, lower. Downward facing dog. Interlock. Inhale. Step the left foot forward. Feet of warrior two. Interlock warrior. Dive the back arm under. If you're not doing interlock, come back to extended warrior variation. Or you can even do extended warrior. Bird of paradise, easy bird of paradise. Step the right foot in, anchor into the right leg. And this is a really good example of the difference between standing on a very soft and cushiony surface and trying to balance, and standing on a sturdy foundation. Or maybe not, because I'm talking. So I'm going to do it without talking, all right? So just to give you, just to recap, yesterday I did this pose on the cushiony surface, on my mat, like lots of carpet down there. Here I have my mat on a hardwood floor. The sturdier your foundation and the more your focus, you're going to have better balance. Let's see if that's true. Out of the pose, step the foot down. Triangle pose, actually twisting triangle. Scooping the chest forward, curling the pubic bone forward. All of that works here. Wrapping the shoulders. Step back, plank pose, inhale. Lower down, low cobra. Downward facing dog. Interlock warrior, inhale, step right foot forward. Variation is there, interlock is the arm underneath. Easy bird of paradise. Step the left foot forward. Find your ground. Inhale, push into the ground to come up. You can reach up with the leg. Or not. That's about as much as I can get these days.
I guess that's even it. Be happy with what you get. Downward facing dog. No cobra this time. Go ahead and dog unless you feel like you got to do that cobra. All good. All right. Coming on to hands and knees. Working at standing tortoise to Tittbhasana. I'm going to get some water because I'm very thirsty. All right. It might be useful to have a block or two for TT, so make sure you have those nearby and grab your strap. All right. So take the strap and make a loose belt. Not that loose, but like that works for my body shape. And then, again, wrap it up. Step into the strap and place the strap just around your waist, like super duper loose. So standing tortoise, feet are wider than hip distance. Activate the feet. Inhale. Telescope ribs, and then exhale. Wrap shoulders, tuck tail, push down through the feet. This is the action of standing tortoise. Even when we move into the fold. So we'll do that again. Take a deep breath in. Telescope ribs. Exhale, wrap shoulders, tuck tail, push down through active feet. If you have further to go, forward fold. Take a deep breath in. Practice it here. Exhale, wrap the shoulders, tuck the tail, push down through active feet. Further to go, take your arms behind you. Now I've got my belt hanging in front, not in back, but I want it to hang off my butt in the back. So I'm going to dive both arms forward, a little too loose, and grab the strap. I think I actually need to make this a lot tighter. Yeah, that works. Grab the strap by diving your arms underneath. Now you might bend your knees a lot like this, right? But still, telescope the ribs. Inhale. And then exhale, wrap the shoulders, tuck the tail, push down through the legs, and then straighten up through the legs. You're like, Lisa, lady, I'm not even anywhere near any of that. Go back to the original moves. Do it in standing. Inhale. Exhale, wrap the shoulders, tuck the tail, push down through the legs. Inwardly rotate the thighs. Enjoy a breath or two here. Or wherever you are. Work the moves, build your foundation. Hello, Missy, what are you doing? All right. Tittbhasana. You can continue working with standing tortoise. There's a lot going on there, right? Have your strap nearby for later. In Tittbhasana, again, this is a great opportunity to work with a cork block. So settle the pelvis onto the block. And you can work the standing tortoise moves here, right? You can keep your strap on and kind of hold on to the strap and squeeze the arms on the legs, arms squeeze back, work the forest yoga moves. Because those are all applicable in Tittbhasana. You can... Oh, my Roomba's going to go. Nope. Okay. We're not going to have Roomba now. Okay, Pete. You can get in your bed, honey. All right. So in Tittbhasana, I'm going to actually pull up my sleeves for this. Standing tortoise. The arms come behind a little bit. Behind, actually a lot of it. My fingertips come to the back of my heels. That's a comfortable move for me. That's a good hand placement for me. Scoop the chest forward. Curl the pubic bone forward. These are the moves. Take a deep breath here.
Exhale, scoop the chest forward, curl the pubic bone forward, feel the energy in the legs. Maybe you even go into lift off. You can do it sitting on your block. Squeeze the arm against the leg, scoop the chest forward. Switch legs. And I'm staying with my breath. I'm staying committed to that being the foundation. You can work those moves. Hi. Let's see if I can do it with a cat. Oh, she's moved on. If you want to work without the block, remove the block, settle the hips even lower, and sit onto the triceps, the backs of your upper arms. You might bring your feet closer. That's a better move for me. Practice here. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, wrap the shoulders, curl the pubic bone forward. Reach through active feet. See, with the injury, actually, I'm able to do this one. So see if you can keep the scoop forward and the buttocks reaching, lengthening behind you. Pushing that against the floor. And to come out of the pose. And you can rewind and come back to that. I'm not going to do it, but aren't you glad we did the wrist stretches? Hell yeah. All right. I'm going to get cold really fast, so I'm going to go ahead and support myself by getting warm, keeping my body temperature warm. My sweater back on, Mr. Rogers. All right, reclining Baddha Konasana with a strap. You don't have to use the strap if you don't want to, but you may wish to pad up your back. I'm not going to because I don't seem to have another blanket here. Oh, but you know what? I'll just use one of the cat's things. Can't we? All right. So come on to the back and get your strap. I think I know I remember how to do this one with the strap. I'm going to try. If it's weird, I just won't use it. We'll work with Uddiyana. Oh, this is the one where we put the strap behind the head. So you have to open up the strap pretty big. And if you don't have a long enough strap, this might not be doable for you. And the other key is don't put the buckle behind your head. So then you have to tighten up the strap a little bit. So it takes a little bit getting into this position, but it's pretty nice. Maybe it's just that we pull it down. I'm not sure. Like right now I'm remembering to pull it down. Ah, there we go. So that way the feet come a little closer over the chest than I think when we worked with this pose yesterday. But don't, be pulling so hard that you're doing all this effort. Just enough pull on the strap. It's not a big strain and not a big effort. Settle into the pose, activate the feet, keep them active even though you're in a relatively passive shape. And then we'll work Uddiyana. Take a deep breath in, and then exhale out. Keep the breath out. Pull low belly down the spine. Let that go. Do 2 more rounds like that. And see if you can bring the strap over the head a little more. The feet, I meant. And then let that go. All right. Let's do a spinal twist. I'm going to add that in. I was like, I think there's another pose, but there's actually not. Let's add a spinal twist in here on the back, and then we'll go into Shavasana. All right? So I'm going to have to move my hips to the side so I have clearance. So inhale, lift the legs, and then exhale over to the side. Keep some light activity in the legs so you can use the thigh bones to traction the pelvis away from the rib cage on exhale. Come over to the other side. Just lift the top leg and let gravity take over. Get a little bit of light engagement in the legs, using that light engagement in the thigh bone to open up the low back. Inhale, come back to center. Setting up for Shavasana. I've been working with a chest opening Shavasana, as we know, and I'm going to continue to do so. And I'm going to continue to use this chibi that the cats like to sleep on. So setting up for a chest opening version, using my foam block to support my head, using the cork block to support inward rotation on this right leg that likes to wander. And I'm covering myself up with a blanket. I usually announce at the beginning of classes that forest yoga classes are usually done in very warm rooms. Nothing hot like hot yoga and Baptiste and whatever, Bikram, that's what it was. But like they'll do it in like 85 to 90 degree rooms, nothing in the hundreds. But because I am not going to heat up my entire house to that, I layer up in order to create that warmth around me. And I definitely love it when it comes to this whole point of our class, to just be, right? Commit to being in Shavasana, supporting yourself in the ways that you need to. We'll set the timer for 5 minutes. You're welcome to stay longer. Echo. Set a meditation timer for 5 minutes.
Meditation timer, 5 minutes, starting now. meditation timer is done.
Echo, turn off meditation timer. To come out of the pose, bend both knees, plant your feet on the floor. Roll away from props carefully, or maybe farther away than you realize. And take a moment to rest on one side. Push into the floor. Use that ground, use that foundation to support coming up to a sitting position. And pause for a moment to savor your practice. See how you feel about the intention that you set before class has changed or remained the same, become stronger. Maybe you have a new approach about how to get there. And thank you for joining me. I will post the sequence later. Oh, goodness. I think I forgot to turn off the video.